Okay. We gotta go to Urqopacha. This is the mountains with the alpacas. I'm interested in this. I feel like we're gonna get a comedic alpaca episode here. The approachable Pelu is awaiting your questions. I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten through enough of Urqopacha's tacos to feed an army. What is it that you'd like to know? Our main concern was conforming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urqopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn and then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urqopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. A most dependable solution? Okay. May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Yo, I better get a mount. These animals can traverse Urqopacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them, so they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yogg-Tural. Eorzea has chocobos and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? Whoa. I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What do they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then? So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now, beast. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade. As you should know, they take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Little schemers is what they are. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urqopacha, then that's what we'll do. Okay. Let's get going then. Ooh, look at those mountains. God damn.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea.
Whoa!
Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urqopacha, the 100 peaks of time.
Talk about a mountain.
Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Oh, dude. That's the tallest shit I ever seen.
So this is Urqopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
I wonder how high up we are.
Everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som Al.
I think it's a little bit bigger.
That is Urqopacha, the tallest mountain in Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me.
Hmm.
You're Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places.
Oh shit, nice hair.
But I should introduce myself.
Bolnok.
I am Bolnok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on
Bolnok.
our way to Wachunpelo.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
That's gonna be like their tequila, right?
It's an Urqopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Agave heart.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool.
Huh.
They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end.
Sucker.
But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels.
Bolnok seems nice. Seems like a nice guy.
Silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say.
Oh.
Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, third
Damn.
promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
+1 constituent.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu merchants.
I told you they were scheming.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliolal. Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
I'm sure. That's what Aaronville's saying. Okay, Lamat.
Wachunpelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
He didn't even say anything that time, he just looked. And you know. Holy shit though, look at this. God damn. What's this little thing? A little hut? Little light the beacons kind of thing up there? Or is that the castles we saw from before? Never mind the magic flying horse. The immersion breaking magic flying horse. Don't worry about it, guys. I just wish the weather was a little better right now. It makes it look very ominous though, which is cool. Because it kind of is. This is it. Wachunpelo, home of the Pelu. Lamat should have arrived before us. He's already getting haggled. That's not good. You've come all this way for the right of succession? Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. But please, the outcome is far from decided. But it is a possibility. Oh, fortunate then that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. Smirk. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes. Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, third promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady? I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Baronville, when did you... It's like a Stinian all over again. In Thavner. Ah, a Shatona from far-off Jacques Toral. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. Smirk. No thank you, I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. Oh, this is gonna be hell. What? You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell your defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Lamat, fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu. Let us all take Erenville's words of caution to heart. I mean, I am pretty cold, though. This has turned into some one weird vacation, guys. It kind of happens, though. Anybody who's ever been on like a vacation where you're not really sure what you're like gonna do or what you should wear for certain things, like you go and see a volcano or something and you're like, what do I even wear? And then you go and like the complete not appropriate clothing. Not my finest moment, I'll admit. But now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Kryle, Alize, and I will speak with the merchants. Lamat, you, and Erenville might try approaching travelers and passers-by. 2. Pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. Okay. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zoral Ja or his policies. You could tell from looking at me? Wow. I can make it in here. I cannot make it in here. Are you kidding me? This is so anti-Ellison racism. That's crazy. Only Lalafel's may enter. What is a door? It opens for you. It's like, come on in. Ah, psych. Fuck. Oh, the Mughals have been here too. Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you. And that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Hobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. I'm gonna get spat on by alpaca, or Lamat's gonna get spat on. That's a lot of alpacas. Still, we don't know, the head ledger could be here somewhere. can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Sure thing, whooped Lamat. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobly? Tobly, oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobly often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. Heh, so it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobly a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Missed Godfather reference. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobly. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. Well, obviously I'm not Tobly. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. She's double bluffing. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobly is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. You think I might be Tobly? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Anyways, am I Tobly? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise and her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? I see we're both done with our interrogations. So, who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. I think it's none of them, and I think it's... what's her name? Mablu. Let's just say the guy who reared the llama. Not the llama, the alpaca. That loud, boastful fellow? I suppose he could be Tobly. Only one way to find out. It's always going to be the last one, isn't it? Nothing would make me happier than knowing your identity. So how about we make a deal and you tell me the truth? I have money. Then I agree to your trade. Done and done. As for my part of the bargain, I am not Tobly, not the head ledger, and not the head rancher, just a humble ranch hand. You're not him? Damn it, too, I trusted you. Fuck. That coin could have bought me 300 gourmet tacos. No, I can't let this taco tragedy distract me from what matters most. We need to determine which one is Tobly. This one's also not Tobly. We know it's you, Tobly, and to prove it, I propose a deal, a generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have oh shit! Okay. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobly, head ledger of Urqopacha, and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Galul Jaja's chosen electors. Let's go! So what else do we have to do? Aha! In a place featured in the Tuliolal saga, just as we thought, though it took more coin than I would have liked to know for certain. She found you out fair and square, Tobly, and I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here. Was that the task? Do we just get a Keystone thing now? There's no way it's that simple.
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
I mean, we just like asked some people. I don't know.
Right. Not hard at all.
No. I mean, like, no. Oh, big boy. What's up? I know what's in your brain.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
Yeah, but we're not going to tell you who it is.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
Is he going to one-shot it? No. Oh, no, how could you? Oh, he was the follower. He was the follower, wasn't he? Ah.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge.
Okay.
Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
Let's hear it. Okay.
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Cool. Alive or dead?
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Good setup. Good setup for old Lamat.
Bring out the example!
The example. Aww, little.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Yeah, fuck.
The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks!
It's not that bad. Oh, she's dead. Succession bid over. Oh.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being
Dawntrail
both
over.
extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The
She's
gloves
still
contain
lying there.
half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Can you get up, Lamat? You're embarrassing
Wild
us.
valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
Okay. You done? Little missy?
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Okay. Interesting.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait!
The classic case
Didn't I
of
warn you this was
overconfidence.
easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
I wonder what her strat's gonna be. How's she gonna figure this one out? She has to do it by herself.
Are you all right, Lamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Yeah, it was a scream. You also feigned death as well.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. No. Hey, I saw that look. As Lamat helped demonstrate, the Valley of Alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we're a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel, in the thousands column. Wow. You mean, isn't she a princess? She's literally loaded. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that comes to around $1 million or so. Whoa, okay, that is expensive. $1 million or so. Perhaps if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case... What's that? That basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into $1 million? That's 10,000 times more. True. We need 10,000 pel, not $1 million. So we're looking at 100 times more. Oh yeah. Oh right, I panicked and got it confused with Alphino's million gil. Me too. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I just... I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again, Mablu. I work here as ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Lamat goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then. Third promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. An ally with a beak. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although, I think you should go with Lamat. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. You should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing. But I'll leave the wool with two anyway. Be better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Hi. Havli. The Pelu are sick. I like them. They're kind of funny. Hello. Hello. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. Of course. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. Shit. This guy drives a hard bargain. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, third promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer is changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Zor al-Jah will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles, lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Damn. I knew we shouldn't have... Like, why did we say that out loud? And said that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Lamat. The younger ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the... I thought we were over this word. When the Urqhoi ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. The type of mezcal the saddlemaker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tuliolal on the line. Neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. Let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade it at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Oh yeah. Our constituent. Most recent constituent. This is good. Of course, the Weaver. Balnock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. Can I have that basket too? Oh, this is a soundtrack. Whoa. Mr. Soken. Or is this, what's the lady called who plays the piano with him? Aiko? Wow. Balnock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise, you wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. It's like a little challenge. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Sick, let's go. Peace in Tural is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace will win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Simp. Lamat simp. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel. In the hundreds, column. That's very generous, Balnock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I guess every little counts, huh? Might not be a massive amount, but yeah. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because two remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading. One which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. It's like CSGO skins trade-ups. Here too, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Aaronville would never let me hear the end of it. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. Okay. Success. You traded a 100 pel basket of alpaca wool for a 500 pel wool poncho. Yay! Woo! Yay! Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine. Believe me, I was attacked by beasts on the way here, and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliolal and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I am a man who takes pride in his appearance and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. Don't we have a deal for you? What a splendid poncho. This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps? What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. A hatchet? Is that valuable? Blade looks sharp. The haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands, Colin? Okay, doubled. Oh ho, from 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant, like the eponymous owner of Mablu's mate garden for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. You didn't even put it on. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Mablu's mate garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. Oh no! These ones will be the calm type, right?
Excellent trade! You traded a 500 pel wool poncho for 1,000 pel hatchet.
Let's go! With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Begin the alpaca ride. Ooh. Look at his little hop. Whee. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pele would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Jural? Look at this, man. I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Warkor Zormor, wasn't that the name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. The highlands belong to the Urqopacha. Okay. So, Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with the alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. I'm just not sure I have the talent for it. Oh. Why is everybody so insecure? Look, we're almost there. We're at the, we're not even close to mine. It feels like we haven't even gotten close to it. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ekuvlo's inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the... Interesting pivot. You were adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. And perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Nobly took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to go repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. We need to keep trading things for your sale to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that, work Lamat's way with people, and we should have no trouble in making a favorable deal. That's Mablu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise and let's get to bargaining. You're Mablu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan. The razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Good, bud. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mistress Mablu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. Damn it. We never thought about that. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming. And I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Lamat. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Konu's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Okay. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. You and I have mate to gather. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here, we've brought our share as well. Wow. Thank you, third promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade make leaves. Okay? Premium mate. Bought at the shop, 1 sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Let's go. Okay, we 5x'd. And we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. We need 5k more. We need to 2x. 2x, right? We're nearly done. Mablu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace, and becoming a Dawn servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli held the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. Okay. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel. Well, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Okay. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? You think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zor Al-Jah? I mean, we're not losing, so there's that. I mean, of course I am. I'm Lamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all.
Excellent trade! Success! You traded 1,000 pel hatchet for a 5,000 pel sack of top-grade mate leaves.
Nice. What's up, Goblin? Whoa. Alpaca slavery. You have business with me, sir. Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Alright. Final test. Do we pull it off? I think we do. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would, I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice, but I must warn you though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. Well, we're fucked. Good deal, Urqopacha. No deal, just like that. Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Ooh, the monsters. Gotta be. Let's hold on to that one. We need to consider our timing. This tea is for a strong drink. Okay, we'll do that. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, Hobigo chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mid tea, for instance. And brewed from the finest leaves, of course. You're right, absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hobigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Fuck. We were so close. Should we offer to cull the monsters causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. Yes. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes, I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok Shunsa. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. Oh, the shade. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for the court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bol Nok, and his works are highly regarded in Tulilal. Good play. As a supporter of Lamat and a keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage. But the skills still aren't quite balancing. Hey, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yeah. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Tu and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bol Nok. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wachumpelo. Be safe. Let's go! Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobley. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bol Nok as agreed. Oh, this one's gonna be a big, excellent trade. This one's gonna be a brilliant trade. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yay. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far. Third promise, but let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Aww. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. I like Mablu. Mablu's great.
Excellent trade! Huge success! You traded a 5,000 pel sack of top-grade mate leaves for a 10,000 pel jug of premium mezcal.
Yay! Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Ah ha ha ha! Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start it all over again? Do not say that. Get your tools ready, saddler. We've brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Oh, it's all warm and fuzzy. Come on, head up. You agreed. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zor al-Jah, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, third promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Let's see it. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. We still haven't even caught the alpaca yet. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle is ours. And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, third promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Cha-ching! Teaming saddle, nice.
Success! You traded a 10,000 pel jug of premium mezcal for a taming saddle.
Cool. Look how close I was. I was so close to getting in. Heidism. You've acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. Uh-oh. Smelly time. I know. This is something I need to learn. The intense music. Oh shit. Just approach the alpaca, give it a little pat in the head. Come on. Great sunken gods, I did it. That's actually a nice little kiss. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Lamat's touch. That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one before, but you're actually kind of cute. Oh. You're only now noticing that. Zoralja, he's back. What the fuck? Where did he get a... What is this? What? Okay, just give it to him. We can't compete. Sorry. Lamat's not catching no shiny golden alpaca. Like, having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he's bought, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. Bro just strode up there, brings it back. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Lamat. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. God damn, bro, really? Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliolal all those years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. So by making wars, you make people appreciate peace. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not effective. It's true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. Damn. But actually, Xenos was pretty cool, and Gaius von Belsar, he was a pretty smart guy, actually, I think. I'm sorry, but I disagree with that, Zoral. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well as they should. Men are not beasts, only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Gulul Jaja did not elevate the Mamul Jah, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliolal, but the star in its entirety. He really is Lisan al-Gaib. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Anyway, guys, about the golden alpaca, it just ran off, so you lose. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved Keystone. Ooh, it's pink. He didn't even put it in. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Kona. It's like we're not even family. I wouldn't want to be family with a fucking psychopath. I mean, are you kidding me? The second he said, I'm on a conquest for the star. The only way you teach people how to appreciate peace is just all out war. Yeah, bro, like, this is my brother, by the way. I'll ponder Zora Al-Jah and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the Fate of Gold. I have my saddle. I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. Valley of the Urqopacha is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Lamat off on her hunt.
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told,
True.
still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
Let's do it.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
We just stay here and listen for screams.
I'm staying here.
As will I. Llama is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
Yeah, she's gonna bring back a horse and not an alpaca or something. I'm gonna be like,
May be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
The tent? We're going camping? I guess he knows her better than any of us. Although I really feel with alongside him now. That's a nice tent.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shak Tural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me.
Erenville backstory, let's go.
But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt.
His mentor?
Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Wait, when was he tasked?
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City.
Is that what his mentor meant? Or I thought it was like more some like philosophical thing, like, oh, and so you find whatever's truly important.
Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
Okay, can I ask though, why does it take Lamat an entire, like, 12 hours to get an alpaca?
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Here she comes.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Ah, wow. Her face.
I did it.
It only took you record time.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
She hasn't slept for 12 hours.
Well done, third promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Lamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic though? Meaty! Meaty! Like meaty. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Well, you guys do that, and I'll meet you guys at the ranch, okay? I could do with some tea. Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas, what grasses and fruits they eat, what songs they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, third promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Less golden, I guess. Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Thank you. Yes, we did it. Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zoral-Ja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Llama himself. I told you, it's over. He's just meant to be. There's meant to be a star-wide conquest, and that's going to be the next 10 years of Final Fantasy XIV. He's going to be the main villain. I see what we're setting up. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the finding of Tuliolal in a time when the mountain giants, the Yokhoi, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Llama, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure equal to the Yokhoian's stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Llama showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. He does look like a scary-ass dude. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Galul Jaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yokhoi's subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who travelled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was that a few words from Galul Jaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Galul Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu Pelu fashion. I solely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. That is true. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your Keystone. Wait, the music stopped and the alpaca was walking away. I thought it was some, like, comedy bit. Yay, we did it! 5 more to go. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Lamat. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. I'm quitting! Tobly, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. Hell yeah, girl. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you find a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Oh. Aww. Thank you, Tobly. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. And I suggest you talk to the Yokhoi. Oh, okay. They once ruled over far more than just Urqopacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yoktoral and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. And they scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Urqopacha have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. Also, we can rule out all of the places that they searched and didn't find it so that we don't search there like idiots. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Sounds good. Ooh, the giants. I want to fight a giant. Oh, Kryl, I have a question I'd be meaning to ask, and since we finished with the feet, where did you acquire that earring? Oh, I forgot about that. My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yogg-Tural around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago. Right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet, the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, that's 2 keystones down. I say we head back to Tuliolal and plan our next move. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. Okay. Back we go. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even bought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zoral Jah's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Lamat. Everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. Oh, they're friends. They're friends now. Yay! It feels good to have the fate of gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Zoral Jah and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on, back to Zhbalyav with us. The contest has hardly begun. Yay! Well, there we go. That's the quests returned back to one single timeline, I guess.